You guys just told me you drove in from Austin, so how's the tour been going?
It's been good.
Day 2.
Yeah, it's the second day, so we're just kind of getting on our feet.
Was it on purpose that you opened up in Austin, or did it just happen to be?
Yeah, it's a good starting point because Max lives there.
Yeah, I live there. I got to, we were able to like hook up a practice space and like have like a rehearsal day in the club and everything. So it seemed like good spots to start.
Yeah, we all live in different cities, so we
you
kind
guys
of
are
have to
from,
pick.
Buffalo?
Yeah, but nobody lives in Buffalo anymore.
Yeah.
We all live in different time zones. She lives in
really?
DC. I just moved to Las Vegas, Texas.
You're celebrating the anniversary of your album that was released, 9-10 years ago?
Yeah, 10.
9 years.
Yeah. We recorded it and it was released digitally 10 years ago, and then the physical version came out 9 years ago. So some people were like, technically it came out 9 years ago, but it's existed for 10 years.
10 years.
How does it feel to go back and sing those songs again?
Well, we play most of them whenever we tour, so a lot of them are, I'd say like 6 or 7 of them are in our constant rotation.
You're constantly playing.
But relearning the songs we haven't played in a while has been okay.
Yeah, it wasn't that
I
bad.
was
There's
really
like
proud of
a
us.
couple parts here and there. We're like, what were we doing?
Yeah.
But yeah, we got it.
Yeah, it worked out well.
Now you say you constantly play those songs. Does it take you back to the first time you actually wrote the songs? Like whenever you're singing them in like a stage, in a random state, and you're in that moment, do you ever go back and like think about what you were thinking performing them?
Sometimes.
I think lyrically, like the album Get Better has, each album is like a period of time in your life, and some things you don't want to be reminded of, and some things you do. Get Better is a pretty sad album, but doesn't mean we don't like playing the songs. It's just like it's good to intertwine those songs with more happy songs. But also, like, I remember, every time we play Lipstick, which is a song off Get Better, I can, like, I think almost every single time I think back to the studio that we recorded it. Because, like, we wrote that song the day before we started recording that record. So, like, we didn't even know if it was going to be on the record or what. We had a couple extra songs that didn't make it on there. And, just remembering back to that point and being like, that's one of my favorite songs that we've played every year since that record came out, and I never get sick of playing it, But like, it's interesting to have some songs that resonate individually more than some others. Though I like all the songs.
And you guys have had the opportunity to bring your music, everywhere around the world. I heard you guys have toured in like the Philippines, like just different places where their first language isn't even English. So how does that feel for you guys when you're on stage and then these people start singing back your songs and they're really into it? Is it like a shocking moment?
I feel like, we shared those like exotic international experiences together. And like, to be in like Indonesia and have people singing the words is mind-blowing. It's crazy.
What would you say your favorite gig has been that you've ever played?
Jakarta.
That's what I was thinking of when I thought about international.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That was like after a week in Sumatra, touring in Southeast Asia, playing like a bizarre spectrum of shows and everywhere from like recreational centers at colleges to like underneath a radio tower during a lightning storm, sometimes to like 10 people, sometimes to like 50 people. And the shows were great. Sometimes we went on all day long, and then we just wound up in Jakarta after not sleeping for a week and set up at this show in a building that just looked like this abandoned building. And then all of a sudden, like 300 or 400 people showed up, and it was probably like the sweatiest, loudest, most energetic show. People stage diving, people just like screaming at me, like it was amazing. That was, I think that's probably one of my favorite shows. There's a few though. There's definitely like a few shows that top the list, but that one easily comes to mind.
Yeah, it's something to like look out in the crowd, and you have your like groups that you can tell that really want to be there, and whatever, they're smiling or they're singing along. But that Jakarta show was like, there wasn't a person in the audience that wasn't like beaming. and we were beaming too, so it was just like a really positive, cool experience.
Oh, where you guys have actually known each other for a long time. You started playing music, and I read somewhere that you taught yourself how to play guitar, which that's actually really awesome. So I feel like as creative individuals, as time evolves, your music evolves alongside with you. We go through different events in our lives that impact us as individuals. So as far as right now, what would you say is in the creative development of your music, what's kind of impacting or influencing your sound?
I had joined a band with Alex where he was writing all the material, but I just played second guitar, and it was just a way to get into being in a band. And I like the songs or whatever, but I never thought about writing songs for like a loud punk band or whatever. But that band had a bunch of people in it, and we could never practice, and it was just kind of a cluster. So we decided to just go off on our own, because we always were around each other. We lived in the same city, and it was a lot easier. And then you still wrote the first couple songs. We're just trying to write music that we like, even if it's different from other albums that we've made. And Max writes now too, and I think our goal is just to challenge each other in a good way, in a positive way, where we're thinking outside of the box, and not necessarily writing punk music because we're a punk band, or indie music because we're an indie band. It's I think as we get older, we're fuck y'all, we're just gonna write what we want to write. That's cool.
And that's a good way of seeing it. You see all these bands nowadays that are really kind of pushed off to do what a label or somebody wants them to do, and then once they get to this point in their career, they're okay, fuck all of you, I'm gonna write what I want to write.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to writing music in a band together, I know sometimes it comes a song can just come from a riff and a guitar, or sometimes it comes from someone having the lyrics down, and then you come around and make the music. So when you guys are creating an album, how does that all take place? What would you say come first, the lyrics or the melodies, or does it vary?
Never really any order, and kind of like what you're saying, with bands and stuff like that are trying to cater to what their label wants or what their audience wants and stuff like that. I don't think that's a really good way to perform as a band, because then you're just creating content. You're not really creating art. You're just
music.
Yeah.
What sells?
Yeah. So there's nothing really valuable to me about that. Some songs start with a guitar riff, or some songs start with vocals, or some songs will just be a drum beat, and we'll design it around that, and then it kind of just creates a nice eclectic mix of moods and stuff like that.
When you guys were touring a lot, did that ever go into your writing?
I think lyrically it's a lot. It's on the road you experience a lot of things, and I think I've definitely written lyrics on tour before, but the idea of you don't have any time to do anything on tour besides drive, sit in the van, eat usually bad food that makes you feel bad, play a show, drive. I don't know how bands do that, how they write on tour, unless you had days off or something where you can. There are plenty of bands though that have people who just don't know how to not be playing, and that's those bands are the ones that are writing albums on tours. Mostly we have very designated time to write, because we have to all fly in to be with one another. So we will spend 2 weeks straight every day for 8 hours a day writing. But if we lived in the same city, we might have practices once a week, twice a week, and then we would be writing at that time too. So it's definitely changed over the lifespan of the band.
Yeah, I don't think any of us really like to write in public. I think we need a lot of privacy. Whether it's just by ourselves individually and just to get our parts the way we want them, but also even when we play as a band, we don't really like people hearing us work out the songs, because if we had a practice space in Buffalo for a bit that was connected to a record store, and it was kind of awkward because people in the store could hear you play, and the person running the store could hear you play, and it's is this influencing what we're doing now? Are we rushing through parts? Are we
become conscious of them?
Yeah.
They can hear you, and I get what you're saying. It's such a personal thing what musicians do and writers, you guys as performers, you know, you put everything out there at the end of the day, like what people are hearing, but whenever you're creating that, it's coming from straight from your soul. So to have people like listen into that yeah, must be awkward.
Yeah.
Well, when you guys are writing records and albums, records, do you find it hard that you're away? Like, you said you write on your own, so when you write on your own, do you come with that as a band together and then kind of like share with each other, or is it always just like a group thing?
It's been really different for the whole time.
Every song is different.
I mean, Max's presence is a lot bigger than other bass players we've had in the songwriting process, meaning that he's a part of it. So,
yeah.
like it's 3 people instead of just
There isn't just
2
one person
people.
doing it.
Yeah.
Everybody's
yeah,
doing it.
and like we work best.
I would say it's like a skeleton. We like usually someone provides like a skeleton of a song, and then when we get all together, we kind of add the meat and the skin and everything like that. You know.
How did you guys decide what sound you wanted to go after when you were starting out?
It wasn't like really a conscious thing, like let's sound like this and this and this, but it was more so like those are just kind of like naturally what we were listening
Like what
to.
you guys listen to,
Yeah, so it just kind of happens like that. But yeah, like even to this day, like whenever someone ask me like, oh, what do you guys sound like? You know, like put in a bio or something. I'm like, I don't know. Like I can tell you what I listen to, but it's like really hard to have a really good like opinion about what the music is, because like I'm not looking at it. I'm looking at it through different goggles, you know, like.
Yeah,
you know
definitely. Kind of finish off the interview. What are you looking forward to this year as far as music? Finishing off the tour, and then are you guys writing any new material? Is there anything going?
Yeah, we have a whole new album recorded.
Yeah.
We're just waiting to get it, all the mixes, just the way we like them, which we're kind of obnoxious about it, so it takes a long time. But that's kind of it. Like we'll probably do a tour once that comes out,
Yeah.
which will be like later in the year, if anything.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you guys.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.